This interview is sponsored by Little Caesars. $5. Walk in, walk out, you get a pizza.
We're all a little bit out there, so.
Yeah.
So what are you guys' names?
My name's John Fletcher. Nice to meet you.
I'm David Fry, FRY.
And I'm Jamie Bean.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
So, why do you like to play Airsoft in general?
Me first?
Yeah, you.
I want you here.
That's right. Okay.
Well, I lived right up the road, and I found this place in Boston. They told me about it in Boston. I was in the military for a little bit, and I wasn't really able to see any close action or anything. So this is my outlet for that, and it's also a lot of fun to just come in here and see the different walks of life that you get. It's a lot of fun. That's my reason for coming here, playing Airsoft.
Well, mine would be that I feel built for it. I never wanted to join the military because of political reasons and whatnot. I think we have troops in too many places. And so I think that this is a good field that I can have fun, I can meet new people, I can exercise, I can think tactically. It's just a venue to, that I can pursue my passions.
So it's, you guys don't see it as a violent thing at all?
Oh,
No.
There are some people who, we were talking about it earlier today, who take it over the top. Who, when we're close like this, since this is so close course combat, I'm going to shoot him, but if there's a guy who knows what he's doing, there's a kid who's doing that, he's going to grab the kid and fucking, pardon my language, but he's going to throw him around and say, get your head on me. And then there's some people who take it and I'm also trained in martial arts. I can take his wrist, I can throw him like that. If I really wanted to throw the guy across the room, I could. But there are people who actually do that. So
I've never seen it done.
what Mike was saying is the guys who take the hand-to-hand combat stuff seriously.
Oh yeah. There are a few actual military teams that will do that kind of stuff. I haven't seen it on the field, and you normally don't.
Yeah. Not here.
No.
It's not tolerated.
No. Here it would not be tolerated at all. We take safety very, very seriously here. I'm on CTU, which is the sponsored team here. In fact, we both are. He's getting on it soon. And whenever we see something on the field that shouldn't happen, we call it out right away. If someone takes their mask out, buddy, put that mask down. You don't want to lose some teeth.
I've actually been shot in the eye with a BB gun, so my voice raises a couple, decibels when I see somebody take their mask off. I'd rather somebody lose their, fingertip before they lose their eye.
Right.
Because you can get hit in the finger. It's not going to be a problem. But if you lose your, I was out of work for about 2 months.
Yeah. So wear gloves, wear eye protection. These are valuable too, but these are as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I always wear something over my face. And if I see someone not wear something over their mouth, I'll say, man, you gotta clean those pearly whites by covering something. So.
Yeah, he lost his. He got his teeth chopped off.
Right,
it was 5 feet away.
It was 10 feet. Yeah, it was at Feel Good Farms when I knifed 2 people from behind, and then I was running up to some kid across the road, and then he turned and put 1 round in my teeth.
Whoa.
And it's always that 1 round.
It was one shot. Wasn't a burst, just
I've been to FGF before. It's a pretty cool place.
Giant field.
So you guys some people kind of take it upon themselves to ensure the game runs smoothly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we can. A lot of us switch in as refs every once in a while, and we make sure the games go smoothly. It's a lot of fun.
And just because we're not wearing an orange vest doesn't mean that we can enforce some rules, because there's a strict code of conduct within Airsoft, or gentleman agreement, and you can violate those because you're not technically breaking any rules, but then you won't be invited to play. For example, there are a few teams that are not invited here because of a precedent in the past that they couldn't get over. Cheating, lying, stealing stuff. So the Airsoft community is knit very tightly together, and they have a code of conduct of honor, safety, and trustworthiness.
So, and I know the honor system, of course, with the whole cheating thing.
Calling you hits.
Yeah, it's not like paintball where you have to, you got to spend a minute to rub the paint off.
Yeah.
It's not visible. It's all honor system.
Yeah. They're not going to, you can actually take some people, you can take your shirt off and you can see, and there are people who don't wear sleeves. Which is, I don't know why they wouldn't do that, but you can see, you hit them. But usually the people who are into it, like at that level, they don't cheat. You know, there's a guy who comes in here with a security shirt. He's got looks like he's got bug bites, but he's really, you get him, he calls it.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you guys have any like specific examples of people who are just crazy, and like what's the worst things you guys have seen people do?
You go first on this.
I'm trying to remember.
Is this breaking the rules or just crazy playing?
Or just really intense playing. I'd say.
Either way. Just the
Every time I
craziest
see Mike
memory.
play, it's just he is.
Yeah.
This happened.
Took the stick and charged the guy.
Yeah, this happened last week. I was reffing a game, and we have a guy who's a former ranger here, and he was holding down a little hut upstairs that has a couple gun ports out of it. You can just, every time you shoot somebody over there, you go check that side, get somebody over there, go hit that side. And it's just, I watched him, I was sitting there watching him get like 9 people out of each one. And then the last kid he got, a kid coming around, he was, and then 3 into the side of his head to release the kid out. And just because he heard the kid coming, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to hit you." You know? And for me, when I see somebody coming around the corner, if I try to find them, if they can identify themselves, and they don't identify themselves, I say, "If you don't identify yourself, I'm going to shoot you regardless."
Right.
So.
And then if we shoot you and you don't call it, you don't put your gun up, you don't call yourself out or something like that, we'll just shoot you again.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of appropriate, because if people don't call their hit, then you got to hit them until they do.
Yeah. I call my hit just because I don't want to get hit again.
Right. And you can be the better man, too. You know, sometimes you're in a situation where you know you're hitting people and you're slaying bodies up there, but they're not calling it, and then a stray round will hit you magically. You can call it out and be the better man instead of, like many people treat it the opposite way of saying, well, they're cheating, I'm not going to call my hits. That doesn't matter. You know, right? Be the better man and rise to the occasion. As far as crazy stories that I've seen, I've been on that end of it several times. I went up to RPC, which is in Fremont, New Hampshire, and it was a Vietnam game where they had a lot of different factions. I was on the CIA team, so we were given authority to change outfits. So I changed into a Viet Cong outfit, walked right into a base, and I even changed my voice and whatnot. Hey guys, what's up? Why are you supposed to be here? Oh, we're supposed to be guarding this location. Oh, why? What are those gold bricks? Slice, slice. We knifed the 2 people with our rubber knives. Tell them to be quiet for 10 minutes, take their gold, and leave. Which was really fun. They were very pissed at us, but I approached them later on and I said, look, in the safety briefing, you were told that the CIA guys are going to lie, they're going to steal, they're going to not cheat, because we didn't do any cheating. We were just not telling the truth. Because Eric, I forget his last name, Iceman that runs the place up there, he says that you can lie like a motherfucker, but you can't cheat like a bastard. Excuse my language.
Because that's like a really realistic part of it, because you can use like things that you would use in real life. So it's like a fun thing, but at the same time it can be really serious and realistic.
There are people here who try to keep it as real as possible, with also keeping safety in mind. We with the CTU, we clear a room under the direction of a United States Army Ranger. So this is like one-off training, and we do it as real as possible, as realistic as we can get, without actually people shooting at us with weapons.
Yeah. And then we have another guy on our team that was a former SWAT cop from Woonsocket, Rhode Island, as well. So we definitely have a lot of real skill experience that we're translating into Airsoft. We have a big game coming up, Operation Pine Plains 5, or is it 6? 5. Fort Drum, New York, we're getting ready for that. Is it 6? Okay.
That's what I saw on the side.
Oh, it's not there.
Not on this website. There's a website. If you look on Pine Plains,
Just Google Pine Plains.
yeah, Google Operation Pine Plains Fort Drum.
Yeah.
It'll pop up.
They rent out the actual mount training facility, which is cool.
It's like a small city. It's a small cul-de-sac. It looks like an office building, and you have to hold down the buildings.
Yeah.
And the tactics that we're using, that's what wins the buildings.
Yeah.
Clear them out, person by
So
person.
that's like Wilson games, right?
Yeah.
Alright, well, I mean, I guess that's all for now. I'll let you guys get back on it. So, like, what Like, what happened up there? Did anything crazy happen in there?
Oh, yeah, something crazy, something that doesn't happen a whole lot. You're playing a VIP game. In fact, the guy behind you is the VIP.
That was my cigarette.
So the basic idea of the game was for one team to extract the VIP out of the office. There's a special room called the jail cell, which actually has bars in front of it, so it's the jail cell. It's pretty cool. So we took him out, and then we had to battle our way all the way back to the extraction point, which was the stairs leading up to the first room, to speedballs. So we actually did it, which is cool considering that it doesn't happen very often. Normally it's just a draw, and most of the lives of the extraction team have been expended, so you're just sitting there and it's a stalemate. But this time we actually pulled it off, which was a lot of fun.
Do you have anything? What?
For what?
Crazy things?
He had to urinate halfway through.
I had to. Pretty bad. I got shot in the knee. I'm done.
Had to go pay.
There was 3 or 4 of us from the CTU were walking through there, and we had that hallway pretty much pinned down. I didn't see the end of it because I got hit way before. It was out. But, as far as I knew, we were holding it down. We kept moving up through the doorways, I saw from where it is, I don't know if you've been up there and you saw through those little pegboards that kept saw people moving out. I got shot by one of the guys I was told not to shoot at, which is fucked up. I didn't like it.
Yeah.